The international consortium of investigative journalists is about to unleash a huge data dump about how some of the world's wealthiest and most powerful people hide their cash. The ICIJ says it will be the largest ever release of information about secret offshore companies and the people behind them, based on data from the Panama Papers. But as we've covered here before, the Panama Papers were likely an inside job because of the nature of the leaks. Like Snowden and Assange's controlled leaks, the Panama Papers didn't actually put a dent into the actions of the Western elites. Of course, Britain's Prime Minister David Cameron was targeted, and as with Snowden, the NSA's surveillance was exposed. But any real threat to the status quo has been lacking, and it is likely this coming data dump by the ICIJ will target enemies of the West. Consider that intelligence agencies like the FBI have hired hackers to work for them. The last thing Western elites want are young hackers working for foreign governments or disrupting the status quo for their own personal reasons. If there was a real hack that did not involve controlled leaks, then we would likely get some 9/11 truth. Instead of having a trial by media for the Icelandic Prime Minister who stood up to the globalist banks, the world could learn about the Bush and Cheney connection to 9/11. If there are any real hackers out there who have yet to be compromised, there is a real goal worth striving for. While the Panama Papers do expose some actual criminals who deserve it, they also target honest businessmen just trying to hide their wealth from parasitical, tax-addicted governments. But what about shining a light on the truth behind 9/11? Or publishing the minutes of the Bilderberg meetings? A group of the world's wealthiest and most powerful meeting behind closed doors, with media, but off record. Is that not worth exposing? Instead of exposing Jose Soria and Prime Minister David Gunlausen, how about David Rockefeller and Jacob Rothschild? Why not go after the real criminals of this new world order? Although the Panama Papers, as well as Snowden and Assange's leaks, include limited hangouts of truth, there is common sense in being weary of information that does not go right to the source. Where did this information come from? What parties are they funded by? And do they have their own agenda? We here at Press for Truth call on all the real hackers out there who have not been bought, have not sold out, and are not working for the enemy to join us in our cause to shine a light on the true cockroaches of this fascist system.
An enemy to the new world order. I think that's kind of what it stems down to, what you alluded to as well, Jeff, that this is all about moving closer towards one world government, one world cash system, one world currency, everything that the open foundation that Soros dreams about. And it's like as if they're going to try to pull a fast one on the people here through this so-called leak.